All right, let's get an update as to where we are so far. We have two comets that are behaving really strangely. One is the planet that is half the size of the Sun, and that is Comet C 2019 Y4 Atlas. And then there's the other comet that has come to our attention, which is a very quiet comet that nobody's talked about, and that is Comet C 2013 US 10 Catalina. So this was identified way back in 2013, but it is still in some kind of a solar orbit. So I don't have much information on Catalina, but what we have seen of Catalina through other YouTubers, and my next YouTube video is going to be a compilation of this information, but what we've seen from other YouTubers is that Comet Catalina comes in as a red star often, and it's in the north of the planet right now. So if you catch it right and the sun is right and your angle is perfect, then you're going to see a bright red object in the sky opposite the moon. So this is the red star that the Hopi Indians have been discussing and talking about in my previous videos. I've been discussing and talking about the red star that the Hopi Kachina talks about. And also the blue star, the Blue Kachina. And please do as much research as you can on these two Hopi events, the red star and the blue star. Just don't watch my video. Educate yourselves on this. This is important because pretty soon it's going to be life and death. And if I'm wrong and it's no big deal, woohoo! This has just been a great adventure. Call me a freak, loser, and all of that. But if I'm right, everything's going to change and we're about to go into a fifth age. And it's not just the Hopi, and it's not just the Zoroastrians, it's not just the Jews, it's not just the Abrahamic religions that talk about this end of time event. It's not just the Eastern religions, but it's the Far Eastern religions. A Japanese colleague has sent me the day before yesterday when I was talking with them about this red star and this blue star event, which is just very unfamiliar to the Japanese culture. They're a very closed culture, and also the Chinese culture. They have their own traditions and their own mythologies that are very unique to them and that we don't study because there are songs and mythologies in their own language. We know the samurai and the emperor and the swords and some details here and there, but the true Japanese mythology and the history of their songs is something that the West is just not familiar with. Few people outside of Japan are. But this colleague in Japan sent me a song that's very, very, very old in the Japanese tradition. And it speaks of OC, the red-eyed scorpion, the widely spread wings of the eagles. OC, the little blue-eyed little dog. I'm sorry, I'm messing it up. OC, the blue-eyed little dog. So in the first stanza of this very, very old, thousands of years old song of the Japanese culture, it speaks of the red-eyed scorpion, this red-eyed creature, this red-eyed star has got a little stinger to it, and the widely spread wings of the eagle, which there's distance between this red object and this little dog, the blue-eyed little dog of this Japanese song. And the coiled up snake burning bright, Orion singing from far away. So the ancient Japanese culture was very aware of Orion. Orion plays big into the Hopi mythology of the end times. It also plays in the Egyptian tradition and the Babylonian tradition, and Orion plays a big part, and also Betelgeuse, in the Sumerian traditions. So all of these traditions are interconnected in ancient ways that we can't even fathom. So this is a big and important event. And every major religion worldwide has predicted it. The Hopi started saying back in 2007 that the end of the fourth age is upon them. And they've made predictions that have come true again and again over the last 10 to 15 years. The Hopi elders, I don't have big details, but they feel very confident that we are on the precipice, on the start of the fifth age. So the fourth age is, as far as they're concerned, pretty much closed. So these two comets are the red star and the blue star. One of them is Nibiru, whether it is the red planet or it is the blue planet. There are two different traditions about the Nibiru planet. One says it's red and the other one says it's blue. And at this point, it really makes no difference to me. They're coming. The events are going to be happening, and you and I must prepare ourselves. And we have to prepare our families and those that we love that do not understand any of this as best we can. But as all of the prophecies state, it's just going to be very apparent what is happening. And if you have a faith, you're going to be okay. You're going to understand it as your benevolent God returning. There are going to be some times of turbulation and difficulty. And look, if you look around the planet right now, we have locusts rampaging, we have a pandemic, we have storms, we have hail, we have flooding. So even by the basic Catholic ideas of the end times, we are knocking on that door. But all of the ancient prophecies have discussed this, and again, the Hopi have been tracking this faithfully, very faithfully, for thousands of years. Something that came to light in my studies today was that the ancient Hopis were a mariner people. They were a people of the sea for many, many years until they were directed by the Creator to come settle in their sacred grounds. And their sacred grounds have a reflection of the Orion constellation. So there's a reflection on the ground as it is above. All right, people, we have a lot of work to do. Please do as much research on your own as you can. I appreciate the questions. I'll answer them as best I can. But I'm going to tell you to do your own research too, and it's important. And again, if we're wrong, this has just been an exercise of I don't know what. But if we're right, and I think we are very right, our ancestors are coming back. A new age of peace is coming on. But first there is an age of tribulation. And there's going to be a red dawn where we have been ordered by every prophecy to stay inside when that red dawn comes. It's much like when the blood was painted over, the sheep's blood was painted over the doorways of the Israelis during the Egyptian plagues. So all that stuff is real. I mean, none of that stuff's made up. The gods of the Romans, the gods of the Greeks, the ancient times of the mythologies when there were multiple gods that ran the earth, that's not mythology, that was real. And the one God creator came back in Nibiru, saw the mess they made of the planet and absolutely wiped it out through great floods and great fire and brimstone and great energy. I mean, you can see it throughout Egypt and in Machu Picchu and different areas of Peru where there was a great burst of energy, and just everything that was from an old age, a very old age, a very sophisticated old age, was absolutely wiped out. Wiped out. And floodwaters and just everything. But the Noah story is duplicated in every old and ancient religion. God took pity on the humans and gave us an age of choice. Every day, just about at every moment of the day, we have a decision to make whether we're going to do good or we're not going to do good. Whether we're going to have good thoughts or we're not going to have good thoughts, or we're going to take good actions, or we're not going to take good actions. And that is what humanity has been experiencing for the last age, for the fourth age. And now comes the fifth age of great peace. Again, if you have any questions, put them below, and I will be happy to answer them. And I should say at the beginning of the video, please like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel. Let's help amplify this signal, because we need to talk about this as much as possible and educate as much as possible. Peace. Thanks. Bye.